Top TV, Truth of the People.
Okay, welcome to this program, The Journey of Life, a Biblical Perspective, a ministry that God has called me to. And today's topic, we are going to look at mountaintop experience. Mountaintop experience is an experience where things go well for you. These are experiences of good memories, good times, when everything is going your way, when everything is going as per you had planned. And so it's very easy to trust God. It's very easy to love God when you are on top of the mountain experience. But the problem comes when now our battlefield shifts to the valley bottoms. The children of Israel, the journey on which we are embarking, we are emulating the children of Israel as they walked from Egypt to the promised land. They faced so many obstacles. They faced many battles. And so their life was full of ups and downs. And so to us, even as we get places where we are in our bottom valleys, where we don't know what will happen next, just because we won one war, it doesn't mean that the battles are over. The devil always comes to steal, kill, and destroy. But this agenda cannot deter us from God. His agenda is to kill your life, to kill your family, to destroy your career, to steal your thoughts from God, and even your finances. That is what the agenda of the devil is. But God came that we may have life and have it in abundance. That is John chapter 10, verse 10. Now, the children of Israel fought in valley bottoms. Most of their battles, you look at Joshua, you look at Jehoshaphat, you look at Gideon, all their battles were in the valley bottoms. And a valley bottom experience is not a nice experience. It's a trying moment. It's a moment of trials, of where your faith is tested. A time where it's rough, you don't know what next that will happen in your life. And therefore, the only thing that we have to do is to trust in God. And therefore, as Christians, we should emulate what children of Israel did. The Assyrian army strategized the fight of Israelites to the valley bottoms because they thought that their God was only God on the mountains, because they were fighting on the mountains and winning. So they changed the battleground and took them to the valley bottoms. But the Bible says that even the bottom of the valley, God was there. And God delivered the Assyrians in the hands of Israelites. That's 1 Kings chapter 20, verse 23. That even in the bottoms of the valley, God was there and fought for Israelites. Now, the enemy plots so many things against Christians. But God sees them and levelizes the ground for us, so that even wherever the battle is harsh, God will always deliver us from them all. I want to give you examples of valley experiences where the children of Israel had to fight. The first example is the valley of Elah, which is recorded in the book of 1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 2. This is the battleground of Goliath and David. Now, the valley of Elah is a valley of intimidation, of helplessness, of great challenge. And this is where the enemy can take you down, to challenge your health, to challenge your family, to challenge you at the place of work, to challenge your finances. And if you are not careful, you can fall prey. But we as children of God, the ones who trust in God, what should we do? The attitude we have in the battlefield will matter a lot. We should have confidence in this battlefield. The valley of Elah, we cannot have a grasshopper mentality. Because if we have a grasshopper mentality, we will be eaten up. We should confess confidence. We should approach the battle with all confidence and know that God will work it out for us. Hebrews 10, chapter 10, verse 35 says, do not throw away your confidence. In the valley of Elah, you don't have to lose hope. You have to speak to mountains so that they move out of your way. You speak to your disease so that you get healed. You speak to your problem, to your situation, and God will turn around things for you. Another valley that I want to give an example is the valley of Baca. The children of Israel on their journey, they had to pass through this valley. In Psalms 84 verse 6, this valley is characterized with dryness. It's a dry valley with no water. So it's a valley of tears, of sorrow, of crying, of weeping. And as Christians, we get ourselves in such valleys where we can cry, we don't know what to do. Just like David found himself in the valley of Ziklag, where the children of Israel had been taken captive, all the wives, all men, and he cried until the tears were no more. Have we found ourselves in situations like that, where we cry until we cannot cry any longer? We can only look unto God in such a situation. We can't fall back. We have to forge a way forward. We have to move forward. We can speak in our lives so that we can even create wells in this valley of Baca, where dryness is a characteristic. We don't have to accept our lives to be dry. We can make wells in our lives, in our dry lives, so that other people can even take water from them, so that we can have victory of the Lord and encourage others that life can be a victorious one. Lastly, I have the valley of the shadow of death. This is found in Psalms 23, and it's David who talks about the valley of the shadow of death. This valley signifies darkness, because we are talking of a shadow. It's darkness all over. And us, as Christians, when there is darkness, then we cannot see anything. You can't find anything. Then light is the only thing that can scatter darkness. And therefore, the Bible calls on us as Christians to shine. Can we dispense our light so that we scatter the darkness in our lives and be the light that can shine even in the dark world? We want to look at David, his attitude when he was speaking on this. He says, you confess, the light you dispense comes from what you confess, what you say. If you confess defeat, then you will be defeated. But when you confess victory, then you will be victorious. And therefore, I urge people of God that in whatever situation we find ourselves in whatever valley we find ourselves in, let us have the right attitude, the attitude of confidence. Let us have the attitude of speaking to the mountains in our lives, speaking to our circumstances, confessing victory, confessing prosperity. We confess that we will not be defeated. And the Bible says that whatever you confess will always come to pass, because confession brings possession. So as Christians, I want to make a call on us that we may face the life, this journey, with confidence, with the right attitude, and with God in our lives, because God of the valley is also the God of the mountain. We cannot just prosper when we are on mountaintops and we get defeated when the battlefield changes. No. God of the mountain is still God in the valley. And God in the valley, in those valleys, he will fight for us. He will give us victory. He will show us the way, and we will be able to overcome. I don't know what you are going through. The challenge could be your health. It could be your children. It could be your husband, your marriage, your finances. But call on God today that he will heal all those. He will heal your mind. He will heal your heart. He will heal your family. He will heal your finances. He will prosper you in terms of your career development and give you everything that you really need. I want to urge all of us that as we journey, let us not despair. As we embark on this journey, let us emulate the biblical perspective, the biblical aspects of the journey of the children of Israel, and we will be victors, because we see in the end all of them were victorious, and we will also be victorious if we focus our life on God. Thank you, and God bless you. I've been your host, Wafula Caroline, the founder of this ministry. God bless you.